Is there like a secret underground club where all the good men over 40 are hiding? Because I clearly did not get the invite. Because every man I run into is either married and looking to have an affair, gay, married and wants a threesome, or freshly divorced and still trauma dumping. Meanwhile, living in his mom's basement and calling himself an alpha male. Like, did the good ones vanish in 2005? And don't tell me to try the dating apps. I tried that and I met a guy who wanted to tell me all about his giant tapeworm. I met a guy who lived in a van down by the river, literally. I met a guy who looked nothing like his dating profile. I cannot.
Okay, I'm 47. I'm single, contemplating dating, all that jazz, or just remaining single. Someone asked me the other day, what is my deal breaker? Or what are my deal breakers? Currently, men that, well, act like boys, obviously. But the big one is men like around my age, because I can date older or younger than me if I wanted. But I feel like men around my age, some of them haven't even started families. I'm done. I'm a grandma. So I'm just curious as to what other people's deal breakers are. And if I'm being too harsh, because I don't necessarily want to date someone that has young kids. Just because I have that freedom and flexibility of just taking off if I want, not having to plan things too far in advance. I mean, I have a dog, so, but I'd just be like, hey, somebody watch the dog. But I'm just curious. Another one would probably be smoking or a really heavy drinker. Drinking on occasion is fine, but somebody that has to have a drink as soon as they get home and have multiple drinks a night instead of just, I'm going to have a beer after work, kind of just relax, whatever. I mean, that's cool. And then a heavy smoker. I don't smoke. I just, you know, yeah, those are my hard passes. So I'm just curious, what is other people's hard passes?
So, new onto the dating apps. Been single 3 years. I'm not sure what's happened in them 3 years, but there's a lot of solid 3 out of 10s with fuckboy mentality. Where are the decent men in the world? And why does everyone think that everyone's an option? Like, I appreciate you're a little bit giddy, thinking you're in the Argos catalogue, swipe, 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 swipe. But I generally believe if I'm a nice person and a good person, there has to be other people like that out there. Where are they? Who knows where the decent people are in the world? If you could just let me know, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
So the other day I was feeling a little bit lonely and I had a thought. It was a fleeting thought, but it scared me a little bit. And it was the thought that I might want to have a companion, that I might want to be in a relationship. And then I remembered that I would have to be around people I don't really want to be around. I would have to go places I don't really want to go. I would have to eat food I'm not really interested in eating. And I would most likely have to sleep next to somebody that snores like a freight train. So, to solve the problem, I called a friend, went for a walk on the beach, went to the store. I got a bag of potato chips, which are my favorite. And I came home, I laid in the middle of my bed, I ate that bag of potato chips, I fell asleep, and I slept peacefully. And I haven't had that thought since. Love you guys. Peace.
Okay, I have a question for my over 50 ladies. How are you meeting men? I'm curious. I'd really like to take a poll. Is it dating apps? Is it church? Is it going out to bars? Is it through friends? How do you organically meet people? Or do you find that one app is better than another app? I'm just not sure where to even begin because I've done some of the dating apps and they haven't been great, but I don't believe they're all bad because I know that I've heard great stories from some people. So please put a comment in there and tell me, Where are you meeting good quality men over 50? I'd really like to know.
So recently I've been asked quite a few times, how come you're single? I don't really know how to answer that question. Some people will say, "Oh, you're pretty. Why are you single?" Blah blah blah. But I'm pretty sure how you look has got nothing to do with how you're being single. Don't get me wrong. There's got to be an attraction there when you meet someone or you want to have a relationship with someone. But when people say, "Why are you single?" What are they expecting me to do? Give them a list of all the things that I'm really bad at, or all the things I'm really good at, or past relationships as to why they ended or whatever. I don't really know how to answer that question. How do you tell someone why you're single? Because I haven't met anybody that I actually trust. Nobody that I've met has made me want to carry on dating them. We've either not clicked or I've not fancied them enough. I don't really know, but also I don't want to start talking about past stuff and exes as to why I'm still single. I've not even been single that long, really. I've only been single just under 12 months. So it's not like I've been single for years, but it's still one of them. What do I say? Why are you single? I actually don't know why I'm single. I've just not met anybody that's made me want to spend that much more time with them yet and give them that time and actually put somebody else's feelings and what they're doing in front of my own at the minute, because I'm still healing from my breakup. I just don't really want to say that when you first start chatting to somebody.
So all the men from my previous post saying that they have found peace by being alone and they're not trying to date because they just want peace. Are you trying to say that we don't bring peace to your life? I have to disagree. I do not think that if a woman that you so desired was available to you, you would choose peace over commitment, sex, good meals with conversation, and things like that. So I'm going to call your bluff because I don't think that's true. This, by the way, is not police lights. This is some kind of flashing light in a parking lot. I'm not quite sure what it is. But anyway, again, calling your bluff. Okay?
So I'm accepting boyfriend applications. My son asked me if we had plans for New Year's Eve. And I said, well, we might go to my sister's. But I'll need to find out. And he said, okay, well, I might go to my friend's house, but I don't want you to be alone. And I said, Emmett, don't worry about that. Like, it's okay. It's just another day. And I've been alone for New Year's Eve before because he's been at his dad's. And, yeah, I don't want him to worry about that stuff. So I'm never alone. If you don't drink, you don't smoke, and you don't smoke weed, and don't do drugs, and you're funny, and you're able to laugh at a woman's jokes, I'm accepting a 10-page essay.
Okay, I've been on dating apps for 4 days now, and I'm about to go on my second meetup with somebody, and he seems lovely, but we'll see. You never know until you're in person. But honestly, I think I'm just over this already. I know I came in like super hot, like, let's do this, live life. We only get X amount of years left, but it's exhausting talking to people on dating apps, especially people you don't know, you know? I'm sure there's a strategy behind all this somehow, but I don't know what it is. So if you have any words of wisdom to push through this, let me know. I'd appreciate it.
Hi, get ready with me for work while I just ramble about loud men and dating in this day and age. It's like impossible, I feel like, lately. Every person that I meet that I'm just like, oh, this could. It can't. It won't. It just is all about sex, I feel like. And they just want to start talking about it immediately. And like, hey, your girl, I know that people on this app know my daughter, so I'm not going to go into it. But I can get down with that, absolutely, when it's time. Like, why are we so rushing to it? Why is it like the second we start talking, 1 day, 2 days in, it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, bro, I don't even know you. I've met you once. I haven't even kissed you. Like, what are we talking about? And then if you were a top tier woman, as I am, and you set that boundary and you're like, hey, I kind of don't want to talk about this immediately. Like, let's hang out, see where it goes, and then we can, maybe get there. And they're like, yeah, I agree. I'm like that too. I agree. Let's just do that. Deal. I respect that. Then, next thing you know, fucking crickets. Like, cool. You were up my ass like white on rice for 3 days talking to me every second, wanting to know all this stuff. But the second I tell you I'm not going to engage in that type of activity, now all of a sudden, oh, I'm so busy. I've been on the go all day. I got this and I got that going on. Oh, cool. But you didn't have that going on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday when you was trying to talk about that. Okay. I get it. So my lesson, I gotta fix this hair. My lesson of the day is, unfortunately, you can't believe anything that they say, and you're better off being single for a while, because we need a new batch of boys or men. These guys just aren't. There's not anywhere. Okay. Love you. Bye.
So I just have to rant for a minute, if that's all right. I normally don't talk on TikTok. Like, I do funny videos or like lip sync or whatever, but I am just absolutely appalled right now. And I just have to speak on it. Like, so I literally have gotten 3 text messages tonight from 3 random guys that have my number, that, I mean, I'm so, associated with them, whatever, not like friends, like just kind of met them like in the last couple months. Never have gone out with any of them, never have like went on a date or anything like that. But the audacity that these guys today think that it is just okay to immediately text you, like right out the gate, hey baby, want to come over? Like, you want to come ride this stick, or, like some bullshit. Like, the fuck? I am 45 years old. I have 2 children. I have a grandchild, okay? I have been single for about 6 years. I was married pretty much my entire adult life. Married twice, divorced twice. Not planned that at all. But I've been single for about 6 years, and I'm a very positive person. I'm a very happy person. I'm like the life of the party sometimes, I guess. I get along with everybody as much as I can. So I just was sitting here and I was thinking, at first I didn't think anything about it, but then the second one messaged me out of nowhere. And then a third message. And it wasn't like, hey, how are you doing? How's your day going? How's work? So nice to meet you. Would you like to go on a date? Anything like that. It's just right out the gate. Do I have like, I want to have sex with everybody on my forehead, or text me for sex? I mean, like, I don't give that vibe at all to people. So I don't know where that comes from. But I'm just like, is this what this really world is today? A dating area? Like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm so good by myself with my cat and my dog. I'm good, because that shit is so disrespectful. And I just texted all 3 of them back and said, I really would appreciate it. Like, if there was a hi, how are you? But a fuck you even would be great. But, don't come at me like that. Like, I'm 45 years old. I think we're good. How about you go find you somebody that, is young and sprung, maybe. Maybe I'm just being old and grouchy. I don't know. But either way, your thoughts, because I ain't having it.
Well, this is a drastic improvement over what I looked like before I put the filter on. So there's that. I'm going to tell you a story about dating today. Dating at 40, which is a nightmare. Worse than dating at any other age, I swear, is dating at 40. Last weekend, I went out on a couple of dates, which is unusual for me. Usually I don't stack dates like that. I went on a date on Friday night with a guy who was really sweet, but there's no potential there. He is still married, separated, but that's not something I want to get myself into. because who knows, maybe she comes back and he's like, I love you and I want to make us work out. So no, he was really nice. We had a nice time. That was it. Haven't heard from him since. I think he got the picture. Saturday, I went out with another guy who I had spoken to, and we had planned on having coffee and then going for a walk and then getting lunch somewhere. That's a lot for me. Usually on a first date, I like to just have something super low key and casual so I can get out if I'm not enjoying myself. So we got coffee, took a long walk, and we went to lunch. I thought it was going really well. I thought we were hitting it off. He was making a lot of eye contact with me, seemed really interested. We were talking about things like common goals and ideals and morals, and we all seemed to be on the same page. It was working out pretty well, even though I lost my contact at lunch and had to see him basically through one eye the whole time. The next day he called me and asked me to go out this coming Friday. So between Sunday and now, we texted maybe like once a day. He was always the one who initiated it. Okay? Even just to say something dumb like, how's your coffee today, or whatever, like something stupid like that. And then a few days ago, because a lot of you who know me know that I'm into perfume, so I was organizing my perfume and I was like, oh, hey, by the way, what do you like to smell on a woman? Right? Not even thinking anything about it because that's not serious to me. And then yesterday I cooked dinner and sent him a picture of it. And I said, maybe I'll cook it for you sometime, after he told me it looked good. He then calls me and says, this is moving way too fast. You can understand, I was seriously gobsmacked. Way too fast. We've been on one date. We've exchanged a handful of texts. Every communication was pretty much initiated by him. And he's the one who kissed me after our first date, by the way. So here I am thinking to myself, like, are there any men out there who are not flakes? Honestly. Thinking that going on one date where you initiated the kiss and told me, I really hope we can continue this, and then you continue communicating with me, and then I say something about maybe making dinner for you sometime and asking you what perfume you'd like me to wear on our date, and you tell me it's moving too fast. Come on, dude, grow up. You're not ready for a relationship.
Have you noticed that men, they don't hate bouncy, fuckable 25-year-olds? They don't hate grandma, they hate middle-aged women. Is it because you're kind of confused because on the one hand, we remind you of your mother and you hate your mother, so you don't want to fuck your mother, and it's kind of some Oedipus complex that you're trying to get over? Or is it because we're not easily manipulated anymore and we're harder to please because you have to be accountable for your actions and shit? I don't know.
Hey, 60s and single, how's your day going? I'm here, as you can see, by my favorite trees that are killing me, but it's his favorite place to walk. But listen, let's talk about something. I want to get your opinion. What do you guys think about speed dating? Who's done it? Have you done speed dating before? I've never, but someone told me that they had an event here over the weekend for speed dating, and I don't know. I've never tried it, and I was kind of curious about it. Don't know how much time do you have, like, at each little thing. I think what do they do? Ring a bell or something like that. And so do you, who's done it? Who's done speed dating? I want to know. I'm curious. I'd like to try it. I think it could be fun. If you have tried it, do you mind sharing your experience? Like, did you meet anybody? Like, was it worth it? And what happens? Like, what do you wear to speed dating? Is this appropriate for speed dating? Or do you need to be dressed? I don't know. Is there a dress code? Do you get food? Is there drinks at speed dating? I don't know. I'm just curious, and I'd like for you guys to help me out. And what do you think about it? Like, I'm up for anything most of the time, and as long as it's legal. And I don't know. I'm just trying to be, creative, and I guess that's kind of like organically meeting somebody, because if you're speed dating, you don't know who's going to pop up, and you've gone there, and it may happen, it may not. So I guess you call that organically. But anyway, I don't know. But let me know what your thoughts are. I'm dying to know. I'm dying to try it. And would you try it if you were me? And are you going to try it? Let me know. Okay, my other question that I almost forgot, one more question, is, like, what do you talk about? Like, do they give you questions to ask? Or do you have your own questions? Or are there rules and things like that you go by? I don't know. That's what I'm wanting to know. So What do you think? Do you know any of these answers? Please help me. Okay, is this a good topic or is it not a good topic? What do you think?
Finally, my first time getting hit on in Home Depot, and he's not even attractive.
Hi, I'm the man that Schminda817 said was hitting on her at Home Depot. I wanted to come on here and take a moment to clear a few things up. One, ouch. I mean, I'm not Brad Pitt, but I'm not Quasimodo either. And I've got a really good sense of humor. And women keep on saying that the most important thing in a man is a sense of humor. So I got that going for me. B, I wasn't hitting on you. I was asking you if you knew where the screws were. And I can see with the benefit of hindsight how that might have come off as hitting on you. But I was legitimately just looking for a screw. All right. Hope that clears things up. Have a great day.
If you think you're having a bad day, this is the current state of the apartment that I have had for the last 3 years of my life. I foolishly and fucking stupidly decided to have my now ex-boyfriend sign a lease with me until August of 2025. And he broke up with me out of fucking nowhere tonight. And now I'm in the middle of going to school. And I had a partner that I was depending on paying 50% of the rent with. So now I have to give up my apartment to him. And uproot my entire life. So I'm now going to be 31 years old. And I'm moving back in with my parents. I am so fucking sick of this. Like, I genuinely mean this. I am never dating again. I don't think I can physically do this anymore. So, if you think you're having a bad day,
there are a lot of men who, if you asked them, do you want a Rolls Royce or would you prefer a Honda? They would say, I want a Rolls Royce. But the thing is, even if they were to be gifted a Rolls Royce, they would not be able to maintain that vehicle. And the same is true for women. If you just give yourself to a low effort man, he will run you into the ground just like he would run that Rolls Royce into the ground because he can't afford the maintenance. He can't afford the insurance. He doesn't know what it takes to take care of something like that. And he doesn't know what it takes to take care of you. Here's the thing. The Rolls Royce is perfectly safe at the dealership. You are perfectly safe at home by yourself, maintaining yourself. And it's only a certain type of person who can come in, qualify to take that vehicle home. And you have to keep that in mind as you are single, as you have standards, as you have maintenance requirements that seem pretty basic to you. They are crippling to someone who has never been exposed to that type of woman. Nothing wrong with you.
All right, quick talk. Do you know how hard it is to be friends with badass women? Like, every single one of my girlfriends is a badass. They are all entrepreneurs. They all have their own businesses. They all want more than just some mediocre type of life. Every single one of us. I don't hang out with mid women, okay? I hang out with badass women that just want to dominate the freaking world. And curious, Why are all of us single? What is the matter?
Good morning. I have a couple questions. Maybe y'all can help me out. Here in Florida, since I just moved here about 4 months ago, men are very different. They like don't court you. Like whatever happened to flowers and phone calls and good morning, babe, and good night, babe, and let's go get lunch or breakfast, or hey, do you want to go look at the sunset? I don't fucking know. But like that's gone now. Like men don't do that. It's like you gotta be the man, and that's so unattractive when you gotta pull out your masculine energy because the dude is too soft. It's like, wake up, dudes. Like, be a man. Build something. I don't know. I'll cook. You build. I mean, on a date, like, take the lead. I don't understand. It's like situationships all day long. It just, it's so unattractive. I don't get it. Can somebody explain it? Or is it me? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know.
What the fuck is going on that men don't want to put any effort into their relationship? What happened to men courting women? Why, as women, do we have to court the man now? I'm fucking old school, bitch, and I'm not courting no man. If you don't know how to keep me or get me back, put some effort into even acting like you even want this shit, I don't got time. Where's the effort?
You ever wonder why he didn't chase you even though the vibe was fire? Like, the chemistry was chemistrying, and then poof, silence. No follow-up, no effort, just vibes left on red. You're checking your phone in your head, making excuses like maybe he's busy, maybe he's shy. No, babe, he liked you. That wasn't the issue. The problem? Chasing you would have required discipline. And that's a language that weak men just don't speak. It would have meant consistency, intent, and vulnerability. And for a man who's used to women handing him the girlfriend experience for the price of the bare minimum, that was too damn expensive. So he sat back and waited to see if you was gonna do the chasing. Because if he can get access to you without lifting a finger, that's not love, that's a power play. So no, you weren't crazy, you weren't too much, but connection without character, that sinks ships all the time. So the next time he disappears, don't question your worth, question his stamina.